It's almost exactly 1 year ago that I got the idea for this 100 Conversations experiment. It was on New Year's Day, about 3 o'clock in the morning, when I was awake, and just all these thoughts and ideas came to me, and this was one of them. And it took me a long time. It took me 9 months before I acted on it. So I'm reflecting on everything that's happened in this past year. And wow, I've gotten so much clearer on what it is that I want to create and why I'm doing this 100 Conversations experiment. But one of the things that happened, and this also goes with what I've been thinking about, going with the flow of life. I stumbled across Kyle Cease's self-connection experiment, which is what was the seed of the inspiration for this 100 Conversations experiment. And I was looking at Kyle Cease's work and his business, and I was drawn to go to see him in New York City. And I dragged my husband along with me. It was not exactly his cup of tea. And we went to see Kyle Cease. And it was really fascinating because I watched him. His message is pretty simple. He says the same thing in every presentation, in most of his videos. And he's always encouraging us to just step out in the moment. Just live it. Just be it. Don't plan it. Just be in the moment. And I watched him do that. I actually was sitting in the very front row, and I could see the sweat on his brow, and I could see that he was nervous as he came out on stage and spoke to the group and said, I have no idea what I'm going to say today. He didn't have a script. He didn't have a plan. He just went with the moment and just stepping out and being okay with not knowing. I think he puts it as falling in love with not knowing. I needed to see that. That was why I was there. I really haven't followed his work that much since. But that was the lesson. That was the great lesson that he taught to me. And there was something else, because I was drawn to his business. And I just thought of this the other day. It hit me powerfully. I don't call them aha moments, by the way. I call them duh moments, because when I get the insight, it's like, why didn't I see that before? Duh, it's so obvious, right? So what Kyle Cease has done effectively for his business is create a category of one. There's only one person in the world who's doing what he's doing. And the way he labels it is, I'm combining comedy with transformation, because he has a lifelong love of comedy, and he was a stand-up comedian for a long time. And then he also started his own, apologies for this large truck passing by, he started his own journey of awareness and a spiritual awakening. And so he found a real love of transformation, personal transformation. And so he wanted to put those two together in his business. And by doing so, there's no other comedian who focuses on personal transformation. He becomes a category of one, which, as you might imagine, is a much more powerful position from a marketing standpoint if he's marketing his speaking. So it's a win on many fronts, but mainly because it's what he wants to do. So I was really inspired and taken by that idea. I love the idea of creating a business that is uniquely yours, that combines just the elements that you want. And isn't that what a business is for? To me, it is one of the most creative things we can do. It's like creating life. You're creating this business, something from nothing, and you can make it look like anything you want. So what do you want it to look like? And I love that process. It's like being in the cosmic ooze of, life evolving for the very first time. That's what business is for me. So as I was thinking about Kyle Cease, and I was thinking about some of these other people who have very unique business models like this that I really admire, that's when it hit me. It's what I'm doing, except my vehicle is different. Kyle Cease's vehicle is comedy. My vehicle is business and marketing. Because what I really want to do is not just help people with their businesses, is not just coach people or share marketing strategies. What I really want to do is help people transform their lives, grow, change, become whatever it is that they are becoming already. To really engage with that transformational process that, how do I put it? It's like it's a personal evolution. That's what I'm really wanting to do. And my way in is through business. My way into that for myself, in many cases, is through business. And my way into that for the people I work with is through business. That's my medium. I might do that. I could do that through the body. I could do that through body work if I were a healer, a chiropractor, a yoga practitioner, yoga teacher. There are many ways in. If I was Kyle Cease, maybe I'd do it with comedy. This is my vehicle. And that was a powerful insight for me because it makes a lot of sense. And it also reinforces my trust that the people, the businesses, the teachers, the tools that I need will come when I need them. And I don't need to plan it all out, and I don't need to figure it out in advance. And this is a different way of living for me. And this is my big goal for 2017, is to be more present, to be here with what is, to notice what's happening and go with it. And in a sense, let life have its way with me instead of fighting with life and trying to make life fit into this package that I think of what I think it should look like. So this is challenging, and this is beautiful because I keep coming back to that place. It's that practice of coming back to center. And every time I come back, I say yes. And when I stray away, oh my goodness, I am all over the place, believe me. But when I come back, there it is. And so what is it? And this is one of the questions that I explore with people in conversation that I love to talk about. I love to listen to people's stories around this. What is it that you're wanting to do with the vehicle of your business? What is the transformation that you are having on the world? Because this is the most amazing thing to me, and how blessed I am to be able to do this, is that not only do I get to help individuals transform through their own business, the process of creating and refining and defining and identifying and clarifying their business and what they want to create in the world. Those people, many of them, because they're my people, have businesses that are dedicated to transformation of the lives of the people that they work with. So it's sort of a meta transformation. It's like transformation of the transformation of it. And we're all doing the same thing. It's amazing to me. So my question for you is, what are you really doing? What is the difference you want to make in the world? What is the transformation that you are creating with your business?